Growing your audience on YouTube today is heavily dependent on turning long videos into bite-sized clips. But anyone who has tried knows this process is often anything but smooth, especially without the original project file. Suddenly, you are stuck guessing where every single cut happens throughout the entire video. You end up spending way too much precious time just trying to make sure everything looks clean and professional. I want to show you a much faster way to do this that honestly doesn't even feel like cheating. We are talking about Vizard, an incredible AI tool designed specifically for this workflow. It automatically detects scene changes in your finished videos, so you never have to hunt for those hard transitions. Even better, it pulls out the absolute most shareable and viral-ready moments for you automatically. Vizard also handles the essential cropping and reframing needed for different aspect ratios like vertical reels. It can even queue those perfected clips up to post automatically across your social channels. This is perfect if you lost the original edit or if you are remixing somebody else's existing content. All right, let me walk you through the entire process like I am sitting right here next to you. First, head to the link provided in the description and take a moment to securely sign in. Once logged in, you will land directly into your dedicated Vizard workspace environment. From this hub, you can easily upload a local file you have saved or paste a direct link to a video. I am currently using a long talk I filmed ages ago, but the original Premiere profile is unfortunately gone. My goal is to convert this single 16.9 video into a whole set of vertical clips perfect for Reels and Shorts. Normally, I would have to sit through the entire thing, manually splitting every single scene transition. That entire process of recentering, cropping, and cleaning up easily eats up several hours of my day. But with Vizard, a significant portion of that painstaking work gets completely handled for you in the background. Once your video file has successfully loaded into the system, the very first action I always take is hitting Auto Edit. Vizard then scans the entire imported file to accomplish two very important things at once. Firstly, it accurately finds all the obvious scene changes so you don't have to manually hunt for every single one. Secondly, the AI highlights the moments it predicts are the most viral-ready parts of your footage. It looks for high energy, interesting sound bites, or those super quick changes that perform well on short-form platforms. You will immediately see distinct colored markers running along the timeline showing exactly where it suggests cuts. These markers also clearly indicate the segments it has flagged as attention-grabbing or attention-worthy content. In my own test run, the system absolutely nailed most of the scene transitions without any user input at all. It missed a couple of the very tiny, subtle ones, but that is completely fine because you can adjust everything in mere seconds. There is a dedicated sensitivity slider specifically for the scene detection feature you can manipulate. Drag it to the left to be more conservative and reduce any unwanted or false splits in your footage. Alternatively, push that slider all the way to the right if you want Vizard to be aggressive and catch every single small transition. For the viral clip detection, you get a separate, independent filter to fine-tune what you prioritize. You can choose to prioritize clips based on pure excitement, genuine humor, or valuable educational tidbits. This selection process depends entirely on the specific channel you happen to be targeting at the moment. If Vizard highlights a segment you absolutely do not want split, simply click the marker to gray it out instantly. A grayed out marker means that specific spot will be ignored and will not result in a clip split during export. If you need to nudge a cut just a few frames earlier or maybe a bit later, you can easily hover over the marker. Then you simply drag that marker right along the timeline to adjust the precise cut point exactly where you want it. This adjustment process is incredibly simple and feels significantly faster than manually chopping the entire video yourself. After the system successfully splits the long original file, each resulting segment appears as its own independent clip. Now we get to the crucial part, the framing and cropping for vertical or square video formats. You can precisely crop and recompose every single clip for a perfect 9:16 or a square 1:1 without touching the original footage. Always use the handy lock aspect toggle feature to keep your framing consistent across all clips, preventing any unwanted stretching. My standard approach is letting Vizard propose an initial crop that intelligently centers the main subject. Then, I just take a second to manually tweak the position if the subject's head is slightly too high or if something is being cut off. Because each clip is already isolated and ready, you never have to hunt seat of the pants through the entire timeline again. You simply click the clip, adjust that one crop, and then immediately move on to the next segment in the sequence. This entire reframing and adjustment process becomes entirely doable in just minutes instead of hours of wasted effort. One of the features I genuinely adore is the specialized auto-editing viral clips capability built right in. Instead of exporting dozens of random, uncurated cuts and just hoping one of them sticks online, Vizard ranks them. It then automatically builds complete, ready-to-post edits based on that calculated shareability score. It expertly adds quick, professional intro beats to hook the viewer right at the start of the clip. The system also trims out any dead air or awkward silences, making every second count. Furthermore, Vizard can even drop automated captions onto the video if that is part of your desired output. That one capability alone fundamentally changed my entire content workflow for the better. I transitioned from being a manual video editor into becoming a pure content curator with minimal effort. I simply pick the clips I like the most, apply tiny creative tweaks, and then I immediately move on to the next task. Now, if you are worried about distributing all these new pieces across multiple different platforms, there is a solution. Vizard's built-in auto-schedule feature saves a massive amount of logistical headaches for busy creators. You get to set your preferred posting frequency and define the best time windows for your audience engagement. Once those parameters are set, the AI takes over and queues the clips for you automatically. Do you want one new reel posted every single day, 3 TikToks per week, and shorts whenever a trending topic hits? You set those rules just one time, and Vizard diligently handles the rest of the heavy lifting behind the scenes. The system can intelligently space out your clips so you are not flooding your feed with the same content back to back. It also respectfully adheres to each platform's best practices regarding optimal length and required aspect ratio. Everything you schedule connects directly back to the content calendar, which I think is seriously underrated. This gives you a fantastic visual overview where every single scheduled clip lives in one central location. You maintain full control and can easily drag and drop clips to reschedule them to a completely different day. It is also the perfect place to add quick notes or swap out captions without leaving the calendar view. If you notice one particular clip suddenly starts to trend, you can immediately bump its posting priority up. You can also duplicate that high-performing content across different channels simultaneously from this screen. The calendar even allows you to A/B test entirely different captions right there from the very same source clip. Essentially, this tool becomes your one-stop shop for planning, precise editing, and publishing your entire output. If you are using separate tools for editing, scheduling, and separate analytics tracking, you will truly appreciate this unification. I want to be completely real with you about some of the alternatives currently out there on the market. Tools like Capwing and many other smaller editors are certainly good for manual cropping and simple exports. And yes, some of those competitors also offer the basic scene change detection capability. However, there are always trade-offs you need to be aware of when choosing a platform. Many of them still require that tedious manual scene-by-scene work if you lack the original source project file. Alternatively, other solutions become prohibitively expensive as soon as you try to scale your content output. Some tools will auto-split the video, but they completely fail to help you discover the truly viral, high-performing moments. This leaves you exporting 50 meh clips and then wasting your valuable time deciding which ones are actually worth posting. Then you have the ones that lock those essential distribution features behind much higher, costlier subscription tiers. That can quickly add up to a huge monthly expense if you are serious about pushing out daily content consistently. The entire point of using Vizard is not merely to split the file. It is to find the moments that actually perform well. And then it helps you publish those winning moments consistently across every relevant social channel you use. Let's look at another real-world example where Vizard truly shines in a complex content scenario. Imagine taking a long guest interview and needing tweetable sound bites, quick TikToks, and a highlight for professional LinkedIn. Vizard can automatically detect all the parts where the guest drops those truly insightful one-liners and quotes, but then cuts those out individually, crops each one perfectly for its specific platform, and schedules them all out. This ensures you avoid posting overlapping content on the same day and maintain a steady, high-quality content stream. You avoid the nightmare of babysitting constant uploads across your various social accounts manually. Okay, let me wrap this up by showing you the final satisfying export steps within the platform. Once you are completely happy with the final crop adjustments and those quick AI-assisted edits, you just hit export. Vizard exports all those finalized clips as individual MP4 files, perfectly ready for immediate upload anywhere. Crucially, if you have set any scheduling rules, the system will automatically queue those new clips to your connected social accounts. You still retain the option to preview every single finalized clip before it goes live, which is great for peace of mind. If you prefer keeping local backups, you can download copies of the finished clips directly to your hard drive. Or you can simply push them straight over to the content calendar for later scheduling if you aren't ready yet. For any creator who constantly repurposes older content or edits other people's videos, this workflow will save you dozens of hours monthly. So yeah, that is essentially the entire gist of how Vizard transforms this tedious task. If you frequently face the challenge of repurposing long videos into polished social clips without the source edit, this makes it easy. This isn't just another simple trimming utility. It's a genuine assistant that finds what performs and schedules it for you. I highly encourage you to give it a true spin using that special link down in the description right now. Drop in your very first video, play around with those sensitivity and viral clip toggles, and see the speed for yourself. You will realize how quickly a tedious multi-hour process turns into just a few simple clicks. If you are creating content on any regular basis and want to seriously scale without hiring an expensive full-time editor, it is absolutely worth a try. If you have any specific questions at all about the settings or want to walk through your own unique video case, feel free to ask. Drop a comment below or send me a direct message with your use case, and I will help you nail the best sensitivity and cadence. All right, everyone, make sure to subscribe right now for more essential creator workflow tips and tricks. I truly appreciate you watching this deep dive, and I will catch all of you in the very next video.